So here we're looking at a weekly chart back to 2008, parallels based on the 2008 and 2011 lows, right? You can see this parallel off of these highs here helped us identify the lows actually in 2021. I wrote about this last night. Unfortunately, I kind of turned bearish. I was bullish the dollar down here and turned bearish kind of at the end of last year. And clearly that was not the right move. It's been a very confusing market for me in terms of the dollar, right? So for like the last 50 years, essentially since the end of Bretton Woods, we've had inflationary environments have been typically associated with a declining US dollar, right? You think about rising commodity prices. What are those priced in? Dollars, right? Deflationary environments tend to be a strong dollar, right? Everything goes down, the dollar goes up. Think financial crisis, for example. So we have had a commodity boom, yes, but somehow we've also had a massive dollar boom. So it has been a environment with which I have not witnessed before. It's been a bit confusing, but all we can do is really stick with price, stick with the charts, and we traded to the highest level in the dollar index since 2002 yesterday, and we are reversing some of that right now, right? Again, I will run my scans here at the end of the day and see. We're probably going to have some pretty big volume reversals on a daily basis, probably not a weekly basis, right? Because the dollar is going to end up pretty big this week. So, you know, we'll see what happens next week with that. But I have a question here already about yen. We're here. Oh, see, all right. So this is what I'm talking about. Stefan asks, what do you think about yen? We are hearing chatter of 160 by the time this repricing is over. So we will get to that. Right now, I'm going to look at dollar index and throw out some levels. So the next big level to pay attention to is probably about 104.70. Okay. And again, don't know if we get there, but if we do, that's a spot to pay attention to. Why? Because that's a parallel that crosses the high here from March of the COVID high, if you will, right? So that's where I'm looking. And unless we get evidence to the contrary, which, you know, like a 5-wave decline on a short-term chart, something like that, that's really where my focus is as far as fading this big move. Now, I will say that, or point out that we have made a new high, right, in the dollar index. Before I wrap up here, sorry, I'm back. I want to remind everybody that we are looking for traders at Scandinavian capital markets. So if you go to, I'll just share the screen here again, but if you go to Scandinavian markets /get funded, you will see our, you can check out our information about our prop trading program. Basically, you know, the goal is to become a money manager with us. There is, of course, an assessment test that must be passed. There is no time, you know, requirement in order to do that, like some other places that run these programs. You know, you don't have to do it within a week or a month or whatever, right? That's not how the market, you're trading on the market's time. So you don't have to do any, you know, stupid forced trades. So yeah, come, you know, check this out, scandinavianmarkets.com/get funded and come trade with us. Start your journey to become a money manager.